Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm doing a review on LEGO Ninjago magazine, issue 142. It's been a while since we did the last review on this channel. I mean, the last one we did was issue 140, I think that was back in May. And actually looking back, it's only a month ago, but it feels much longer. It feels like 2 months to me. If you're wondering why I didn't review 141, there's a simple reason to that. I said to you guys that I would only buy the actual magazines with good gifts and good minifigures with them as a gift, you know. And last issues was a case of just having a horrible gift. It was just some sort of brick built Zane mech thing that looked horrible. It was just a really bad gift. Thankfully they returned to the good stuff again with the Dragon Ninja as gifts for the monthly issues, and in this month's issue we get Dragon Nia, or Nia in our Draconis form if you will. Still not seen the season of Dragon's Rising. And interestingly enough, every time we get a Dragon Ninja minifigure as a gift, I've noticed we get one of the exclusive trading cards, which is pretty cool. That will go perfect along with Cole and Lloyd, who we already have. This card is like hanging off the magazine by a thread. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was already like this when I bought it. I mean, this is weird. The time to do the most difficult part of the videos where I try and peel this off successfully without damaging the card or magazine, because these kind of tape that the magazine uses is just a hard nightmare, you know. I think we might be good here. So far I've not seen any foil peel off the card or stick to the tape. We're not safe yet. We still have the actual paper bag for the magazine minifigure left. There we go. So yeah, we have a look at the colour there. But as always, let's take a look at the minifigure first. Very excited to have this and get this because obviously, as you know, I'm collecting the Dragon Ninja from the magazines. I've got Lloyd and Jay so far, and Nia is a perfect addition. I think she only comes in, again, all the Dragon Ninja seem to only come in like one set, so it's good to get them in the magazines as well. Actually pretty like that colour. It's quite nice to light blue for Nia's colour scheme in this suit. And there we have Nia all built up in her very nice dragon form suit. This is actually a really solid minifigure. Much better than I was expecting. Yeah, I think it pairs really nicely with Lloyd and Jay, as you expect. Obviously they have the same matching general pattern and design on their torso and legs. Same type of wings, except I really like this blue. The light blue is a mix of a sort of really dark grey, I want to say it is, which is actually quite a nice colour combo. I think it works better than I was expecting it to. It's actually quite cool, and also you get bits of the classic dark red that she's had before throughout the show. It just uses her classic Dragon's Rising headpiece, which has been used since 2023, and that is what the torso looks like from the back. And there's a closer look at the torso and legs together with detail. Same classic shoulder piece that all the other Ninja use, with these two clip pieces used to attach the wings. Yeah, overall pretty solid. I'm actually happy to have this one in the collection. Now let's take a look at the trading card with this issue, and that is the dragon form of Kai. So obviously with the cards, they are matching kind of designs with the holo effects of them. We've got Cole, got Lloyd, and now Kai. And yeah, I think these are pretty nice. I like the design of these. I think I've said that before in the other issues, and they each have obviously these things, but they don't have the labels for them or numbers or names for them now, but they used to have like the names when I used to collect the trading cards back in the day. This would be power, defense, attack, and speed. So he's got 56 power, that's okay. He's got the highest out of all of them, which is his defense, so he's got 180 defense. That's pretty good actually. 79 attack and 53 speed. Yeah, pretty solid. I think out of the cards we've gotten, if I had to rank them from my favourites to least favourite, I mean, there's not actually a single bad card here, I'm just being honest, but like my favourites would be Lloyd, then Kai, then Cole's. No bias there, totally, but yeah, very solid stuff. I really like these cards actually that are coming with magazines, and I hope they keep going. There's 2 left now. We've got 3 out of 5, so that leaves Zane and Nia that we still get in the future. But taking a look at the magazine itself, as always, this is actually a pretty solid cover. I'm quite happy with this cover. It's got Lloyd in it. It's Lego toy, Nia minifigure in dragon form, plus holo card 5 to collect. And then you got the thing there describing the toy: cool dragon horns, brutal balance. So that's quite interesting, I guess. Wicked wings. And then they're still continuing this. That's quite cool to see. I'm still glad they're still doing this. The issues, the most recent ones, have come with these like 15 years thing where it celebrates Ninjago's 15th anniversary, and this issues is the mightiest artifacts. It's a cool comic. That's the Aaron and Lloyd Titan mech combiner thing from season 1. That's strange. Why is it here? And then the tagline for this issue is Serpentine Sneak Attack. It's a mega monster showdown. You have Lloyd in his normal Dragon's Rising season 4 suit, not the dragon form one. Opening up, you get the advertisement for Lego Batman magazine, which has come in the last couple, I'm pretty sure, so it's not changed. And here's the contents page. As always, feel free to pause and read if you want of this magazine. Here's the toy page. Oh, turn this way. See it. We have a wee bit about Nia and her, you know, backgrounds. We obviously have her Samurai X, then her becoming the water ninja, and then becoming one of the C&C bounds, which didn't last for long. That literally all that for her to go back to normal in like season 16, like a few episodes later. They really ruined the ending of Seabound with that, in my opinion. Here's a wee game and instructions on how to build Nia in case you didn't know how to, but I'm sure most people can figure it out without even looking at instructions. We have the middle of nowhere. This is like some information pages, which is actually pretty cool. This will be good for me. It'll benefit me because I've not watched any of the show lately. So this is like season 4 stuff. Lloyd's Destiny. Ritual of a routing. Yeah, this is stuff I'm not familiar with. Whispering Woods. Realm Unknown. Story so far. Ninjago City. Umbrasa? I don't know if I said that wrong. That is actually... Oh, I've not seen that. That's pretty good. This part 2 stuff. Part 2's came out. Oh, actually, that's came out, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm surprised they're putting it into the magazine this early. Land of Madness. The administration. Nice. Jay's a rap. They're siding with like the Imperium people in there. That's pretty funny. I guess he's a good guy now. There's 2 games here. Got the Path is Crystal Clear and a like colouring thing where you can design your own characters. The comic for this issue is Resistance Rumble, and it follows Kai, Nia, and Jay here. I'm guessing to look for his memories. Yes, exactly that. Guessed it right. So as always, pause and read this if you want. There's Serpentine here for some reason, which is a bit random, but honestly, the magazine comics tend to be quite random. For example, what are these? These are like weird things. Like, honestly, I don't know what these are, but yeah, Ninja have to fight them as always and come across some sort of trouble. And they're attacking the Serpentine, and the administration have to get involved. Honestly, like, the most random things do tend to happen in these magazines, but I guess as long as they're entertaining, then it doesn't really matter. Here's the mid-comic break. We're at the halfway point. We have another game, the poster, which is pretty cool. We've got one of, oh, that's pretty cool, Dragon Zane there. There's the top half, quite cool backgrounds. What's the full one? Like, oh, it's Lord Raz. Fear the Fury of Raz. That's tough. Very nice. And then there's the bottom half of the same poster. That's actually really cool. You get a bit of the Ninjago language there as well. Again, like a few other things, they've done this poster style design for each Ninja for the last couple of issues, which has been pretty cool and nice to see. So again, glad to see that they're still continuing that. And there's some other games as well before the comic resumes. Here is part 2 of the comic. We see Jay in handcuffs and then breaks out of them, I suppose. Yep. And here's the mechs. Oh, right, I think I know why they're using seeing the mechs now. I think it's because the administration owned them, and then actually, in the show, because I've seen season 1, Lloyd and Aaron steal the mechs, so it's not actually Lloyd or Aaron's mechs, it's actually the administration's mechs, so that explains quite a bit, and explains why we're seeing them in the comic. Okay, so Ninja have teamed up with the Serpentine now, it looks like, and then, yeah, the administration are like the bad guy sort of thing in this issue. Yep, pretty cool, I guess. And then here's another game. We have Munch. And then this is the page we're interested in. 15 years of artifacts. This is very cool. So I'll actually go for each and every one of them. I won't try and spend too long on them because I don't want to make this video like an hour long. And you wouldn't want me just yapping about Ninjago artifacts for an hour or so. I'll go and keep it short, nice and short for each of them. So I have, of course, probably the most iconic of them all, the 4 golden weapons of Ninjutsu. You got the Cypher Quakes, the Nunchucks of Lightning, the Sword of Fire, and the Shurikens of Ice. Any Ninjago fan would know that. Literally probably one of the most iconic things you see in this show, apart from Ninjutsu. I think they're like the most iconic thing that associated with the ninja. So they're first seen from the very start, right at the very start of the pilots, so, and they still play a part in the show to this day, they still mention the stuff, so that's just, you know, just showing how iconic they are. Season 3 we have the Technoblades, which are pretty cool as well, which were developed by Cyrus Borg. Season 6 we have the Jin Blades, which absorbs all the souls, of course, when it touches someone. So all the ninja apart from Jay and Nia are trapped in that blade until the end of the season. We have 2 for season 7. We have the Time Blades, some of my favourite artifacts and collectibles of the Ninjago to this day. We have the Dragon Blades from season 7 as well. This is one, of course, or the one that can summon the Fusion Dragon, being used by Kai and Neo. Sorry, we missed season 5, my bad. 5 then 6. But anyway, doesn't matter. We've got the arrow blades, which are cool. Basically frisbees, if you will, that the ninja use to fight against the ghosts. Actually, we missed a lot of things. We missed season 2 though. We have the Helmet of Shadows, of course, that controls the entire Storm army. Dareth, of course, uses this in the final episode of season 2. We have the Staff of Elements, that's used by Master Chen in Tournament of Elements to steal each and every one of the elemental powers of each elemental master. The Oni masks, I think along with the Time Blades, the Oni masks are my favourite piece of artifacts from Ninjago. They're so cool, they're actually really cool. The hype was really big when they first came out, I remember, when the season first released. And I just really remember wanting to get all the sets. I never got any of the sets in which they came in, actually. I got a couple of the Ninjago sets, but of course I got the ones without the Oni masks. They're pretty cool, I remember really liking them when they came out, and it's just a great season overall since I got them. We have the Realm Crystal, which is for season 5, sorry. And of course it's used by Moro to summon like Preeminent and stuff. And we have the Scrolls of Forbidden Genjutsu. Master uses it and Ninja uses it as well to counter Asphira and our army in season 11. And then we have the Skull of Hazardor from season 13, Master of the Mountain, which of course is used by the Skull Sorcerer and is basically its main weapon. Without that, he's pretty much powerless. The skull is pretty strong, I guess. And then these last two are from Dragon's Rising. These are the most recent ones. We have the Hammer and Gong of Destruction, which is used by Lord Raz to, you know, control the Wolf army in season 2. And then the Weapon of Desolation. This is the most recent one out of the page as far as I'm aware. It literally says little is known about this ultra powerful artifact, only that sinister cultists are desperate to get their hands on it. What do you think this weapon can summon? Sorry, being the idiot I am, I actually missed out 2 of the artifacts on this page. I missed out the katanas from season 12 Prime Empire. I actually managed to get all 3 of these in these sets. They're pretty cool. And the Reveal Blades from season 3, which I don't have any of because I've not bought any of the part 2 sets yet. Any of the summer sets from last year I've not got. But I might plan on getting them one day. We'll see. Depends on my budget and whether the sets are still out. And the last 2 things in the magazine before the, you know, preview of next month's issue page is this page game thing where you find the artifacts in the picture. And then this word search, which, you know, has different Ninjago related things and you have to find it there, which is pretty cool. I can already see water there. And then of course we have the last page of the magazine, which is the preview for next month's issue. Always the page I look to when I see this magazine first. If I'm being honest, pick up the magazine in the shop and then I turn to this last page to see what is coming in next month's issue. And I'm very happy and glad to say that it's another Dragon Ninja, not one of those crappy brick built mechs that we got in the previous issue. But this will be our 4th Dragon Ninja coming in the issues, and it will be Dragon Kai, which is exciting. This is brilliant, this is excellent, because obviously he is one we don't have yet, and Kai is one of my favourite ninjas. I think after Lloyd, he's my favourite ninja, so that is pretty nice to see. And after this, we'll only have 2 ninja left, with Cole and Zane remaining, so that'll be pretty cool. And then this thing, on the back of this magazine, is postcards? I think they are. I could be wrong. Sort of. This thing you can just cut out and make. Kind of like postcards, same idea. But anyways guys, there's my review on LEGO Ninjago magazine, issue 142. Thankfully, a really solid issue, and they're back to doing the minifigures again. I actually had me worried there for a second when I looked at last month's issue, because I thought they were actually going to stop doing the minifigures, and knowing LEGO, they just like to stop doing good gifts and then go on a consistent run of bad stuff. So thankfully we're going back to good stuff again. We've got this minifigure, and in next month's issue we're getting Dragon Kai. So yeah, thank God for that. Thank you for watching this video as always. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe if you want to. I will confirm for a fact that I will be picking up next month's issue, because it comes with Dragon Kai and he's one we don't have obviously. So stay tuned for that review, but until next video, bye bye.